do you want? Like real deep?
I sit really close, so I need it to be pushed back.
So my wife hated S13s when we met.
I didn't hate S13s. Loved S13 coupes.
Yeah, you're right. You did. It was never like on the radar though.
They were too expensive back then.
Now you have an S13 hatch. The bubble of S chassis. Actually, I think S14 is probably the bubble of S chassis. Mm-hmm. So she wanted to build an S chassis, and the best way to build an S chassis is to have multiple S chassis.
How embarrassing.
She drives like 100 miles a year.
Maybe.
And keeps wanting to build all these cars. But we bought this car as a parts car. Even though it's a really nice clean shell, and from what we can see, it has no rust on the outside or anything. We have not looked at this at all. My friend Ray, who works at RTR, was like, hey, I bought this S13 from another guy at RTR, Hayden, and I'm not really going to do anything with it. If you guys want it for parts or for whatever you want to do, or you're going to build it, I'll sell it to you for a good deal.
Good deal.
Good
Great
deal.
Great deal.
So I know it has an SR20. I know it doesn't rev over 2,500 by math. We'll see. We don't know anything about it. It has no coolant in it either. I know it has BC coilovers that I spec'd because I built them for Hayden. And that is about it. So we're gonna go over this thing, put it on the lift, check everything out, and kind of see what's up. We'll start with the exterior first, I guess.
It's a hatch, and it's Mystic, Silver Mystic Blue or something.
Also, it has taillights that aren't broken.
It's 5 lug swap.
It's 5 lug. Mustang wheels. Dude. Unrolled stock fenders. Unmolested. Still has the lip on it. Unbelievable.
Slick top.
Slick top. This color is actually a good color when it has color on it still. The rockers are super straight. No dents. They normally all have dents here from idiots jacking their car up wrong. A lot of people who built these cars built them when, like, off scissor jacks in their garage. Like, I can't tell you how many friends that I had back in the day that did all of their tire changes and everything on scissor jacks. I'm gonna go through this stuff because I don't even know what's in here. S14 seats.
Flip flops.
Stock steer. Oh, flip flops. Don't touch those. Oh, you got your coil pack cover. That's good. Oh, this is the S15 AC pump and bracket. Very, very hard to find nowadays. Ooh, you got another wrench, an 8mm ratcheting wrench that doesn't ratchet because it's not gear wrench, that's why. Oh, here's, wait.
Dang.
You got a bubble ding dong knob. There you go, dude.
Classic.
Oh, here's the plugs that probably came out of the car. Very rich. 120 grit sandpaper. Somebody's mail, zip ties, a lighter. Oh my God, the wheel key. Nuts and bolts and screws. Tell me an S chassis that doesn't have nuts and bolts and screws in the ashtray. Custom build sheet for the BCs.
Dang.
Ooh, bomb track stickers. Dang, I don't even have any of those. I'm keeping them.
There you go.
You got radiator hoses and a coolant temp sensor. Stock shifter, which you're probably gonna want to put back in because it has a crazy short shifter in it, I just felt. Oh, you got turbo manifold with gaskets. We got a phone book. Oh my God, no way. It's Honda, this isn't even the right car. For all import cars from 78 to 85, that's not even, doesn't even make sense. Oh dang, cords and scales. So yeah, we got turbo manifold, we got heat shield here, we got a couple more hoses. Stanza 240SX, 200SX. You never see Stanzas anymore anywhere. I've never seen them anymore. When I was growing up, I seen them all the time. Some strut brace stuff. Oh, there's your tensioner. Dude, there's so much stuff in here. The other strut brace. Oh, it's a cup holder for the ashtray. 3D printed. Here's some battery wiring stuff. Another shift knob. And a buffing wheel. Rear strut bar thing. Dude, where is all the actual bars? Alright, let's put this thing up and see what it is underneath. Okay, so underneath, super clean, right? Very little rust. Tiny little spot right here at the jack point. It's not even the jack point because this is the actual jack point. Like, this is like surface too, not even crazy. No, it's super rust free. It's actually super clean underneath. Some sort of diff that is not a 5-bolt diff. It's the standard like 3-bolt, but 3-section, but 6 bolts. But it has an ABS sensor on the front. And I'm sure this is a diff cover that's common, but I don't believe this is a stock S13 diff. But it is S13 subframe, but it's 5 lug. So I don't know what this is. ISR exhaust, all the mufflers.
All the mufflers.
So like one here with a silencer.
Muffle hairs.
Yeah, one in the center. And a cat too, and 3-inch downpipe. Your Jubo is trashed.
Trash.
Yeah.
I saw that.
You need one of those. People call it a Guibo, but I guess the proper German way of saying, oh, this might just be a Guibo since it's a Japanese car. The rubber damper, the drive shaft dampeners are
We should make it known that she's making a list and not just sitting on her phone.
Oh, yeah.
I'm making a list
Yeah,
as we
she's
go
making
over
a
this.
list. Yeah, it's actually super straight underneath too. The frame rail's straight.
Don't need this.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine.
Oh, this is the harness for your transmission. It has an SR gearbox, not a KA gearbox. Possible power steering leak. I would add that to the equation. Tie rods are dialed,
I'm just gonna do both tie rods. So that
Let's not drive that.
No, one of my 3 should have good tie rods.
Oh my
Or if
goodness.
I'll just put 2 different tie rods for a different car.
And it looks like the front of the motor is dry. It's all just power steering leak, which is probably all
Look at that cute little
the
bill.
little blue belt.
Cute.
Aluminum radiator with some E-fans that are sus. He's not gonna drift it. Drift
No.
it, so drift it.
Drift it.
Drift it, bro.
Daily.
Daily.
Cute little beep bop.
Daily.
Daily. Once a year I will
Daily.
drive this out in public.
Blitz intercooler. Looks like it's gotten pretty whacked now. Oh yeah. Pretty boofed.
Damn.
That's what we would call a boof. It has my coilovers, which are super long travel. He was gonna drift this car, so he was setting it up to be, and he's a sim drift kid. He was setting it up to basically go whatever it needed to go. Like, so 12K front, 5K rear springs, super long travel, helper springs in the front. Like, this front end basically has like 7.5 inches of travel before the bump stop will hit. So it'll just never hit it. It doesn't need that much travel, but it's just big on not having it hit. It looks like it's an ISIS T28 replacement turbo.
Okay.
It has a stock turbo elbow, so you'll want to buy a turbo elbow for when we put it in the car, because you don't want the cast one.
Okay.
But this is where the exhaust leak is coming from right here.
Clown exhaust.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Clown horn exhaust.
it is a clown horn exhaust. All right, let's lower it down and look at the motor from the top. So SR swap, main reason why I purchased this car, because I had an SR swap complete and it runs. Obviously it doesn't rev, but runs, and basically had a lot of parts that we need. Having one that runs in a car is worth a lot of money because all the SRs that are left are dead and they're like so old.
We looked
They're
at a
like
couple.
as old as me.
We looked at a couple of them and they didn't even turn over.
Yeah, like most of them were trash. So being able to start it and run it and see that it's not smoking or any issues is like a big deal. So we wanted to buy this whole car. We actually bought the car, whole entire car for the price of an SR basically.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Thanks, Ray.
So it's blue top. That's it. It's a red top SR.
I
But
literally
it's-
bought this car from Ray knowing zero about it.
Yeah.
He didn't even show me a picture. He just said, oh, it has an SR with a manual trans. I said, okay, I want it.
And I knew of the car because Hayden owned it before
Yeah.
him. HKS blow-off valve looks like a real one. Oh, that's doing a whole lot there. It was automatic. When I was young, my first 240, it was automatic. And if you disconnect this, it doesn't control the fluid for shifts, so it bangs shifts like crazy. It'll like chirp the tires if you have one. So if you unplug that when you want to go drifting, you could literally just go 1 into 2, and it will be like skirt and initiate drift just by unplugging that.
Cheat codes, dude.
Yeah, that's an old, what was the forum called? Oh, Zilvia. That's one of them. Yeah, Zilvia. So yeah, we see the E-fans. Looks like it's wired in with the relay, and the wiring is a little subpar. It's got adjustable fuel pressure regulator, which is cool.
Oh, my thing's magnet.
Did you not know that?
I didn't know that.
The radiator hoses are in the back. We're going to need those. New clutch master, because obviously it was auto before the swap. So I'm going to try to get this thing to run and rev, and we'll see how it goes. So this car will idle, but it won't rev over 2200. 100% always is MAF. There's no like way around that. When it hard cuts like that, it has no MAF signal. I'll try not to get those S14 seats sturdy. We all know how much those are worth now. Oh, this is like some sort of adapter. So it doesn't have the typical MAF flange thing. So we need to get this MAF on this pipe just to see if that's the problem or not. Dude has going on with this. This is supposed to go right into the rack. And he's got like something going on there. I don't know.
240 shit, dude.
240 shit. Dang. Even my cinematographer's a hater, dude. It is 240 shit though. It's like people, for a long time, people who own these were just awful. Like they would just do awful things. Luckily, there's not a lot of awful on this, but like this, and then like, what are you doing painting these freeze plugs? Like everywhere I look, I'm
Mods,
like,
dude.
yeah, it's for the car show, dude. Get the extra points at the meets. It's always a wonder what people do. You get in there and you're like, this would have worked. You just had everything in backwards. Like, so I waited for you to do the first start.
Thanks.
Apparently. The steering wheel is so sick.
Oh.
I have one to put in. Don't worry.
How bad is that?
That's terrible.
Hopefully it starts.
Ooh. Dang.
Dude, check out this oil pressure too. 65-ish PSI oil pressure. Oh,
Oh, not anymore.
not anymore.
First, great job.
Yeah, yeah.
Better than a lot of.
It revs, dude.
Make sure you pat the dash. Tell her she
The
did
dash
good.
is almost uncracked too.
Almost.
Wow.
I know, that's so crazy.
I know. I might steal it, to be honest. Steal it for the good
How
car.
deep of a steering wheel do you want? Like real deep?
I
Or
sit
sorta
really close, so I need it to be pushed back.
I'm gonna stop doing that because we're gonna break it and it's gonna
It's
suck
gonna
to move. That little guy. You suck, dude. No.
Oh.
The alternator's not charging or something. That's good, that's good, that's good. You're good! The exhaust leak sounds great. It sounds worse because the exhaust type is really, really quiet. So you don't even hear it coming out the back. You just hear the exhaust leak. Dang, you drove your car. When she was steering with the wheel, it was like
No.
wobbling all over the place. All right, we're out.